Coming up on the first official show for the season, we just finished the opening round that you guys are about to listen to. We try and turn $10 into $100,000 as we do every week, Jev, punting on the footy.
Oh, we are so back. It is our best multi. We are going to opening round. We're going to be at all the games, and it is just a big weekend ahead. You know where to find us. At 100K Sports, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, send us someone that's never listened to multi. Let's win 100K.
Let's go. This is the week. This is the year. Come on, 2026. Bash. Welcome back to the show that's ready for war with more beers and more bets. We can't wait anymore. Footy's back this week as we kick off opening round. The SCG, Gold Coast, the Gabba and the MCG. We will be at the ground. Another year with the stock market, the pyramid and the premiership pie and consistent work rate that cannot be denied. So strap yourselves in and get ready to go as we kick off another year of the 100K Footy Show. Welcome back to the show where every week we get together, we collect our best bets for the weekend, we slap a cool, hard, crisp $10 in pursuit to try and win $100,000. As always, we are proudly brought to you by PointsBet and Statmate. Can't wait for a huge 2026. Jev, it's good to be back.
Well done,
what an intro. We are so back.
Done.
Oh, is the joke going around again this year?
Absolutely.
No, I don't know. I can't do it.
Jev, it's good to be back. And of course, the captain of the ship, the redheaded Riley West, Long Dong Silver, the Seattle superfan Luke Morgan, ladies and gentlemen.
Footy is back, lads. Footy is back. We've said it for a long time now. Footy is officially back. The new studio, we have worked tirelessly to get this happening. Finally, again, same as last week, we've got 3 cameras, Jev. If you're going to bomb in front of one camera, you may as well bomb in front of 3.
1, 2, 3.
It is all happening. A wide shot, too close, Das. I'm stoked to be here.
It's good to be here, Morgs. If we do have any new people here, who are we and what do we do?
Yeah, it's a great call. Every week trying to turn $10 into 100K betting on the footy. It's a great way to preview the round of footy. Again, it's just a laugh, a bit of a piss take, but we will always try and turn $10 into 100K. I think this is our 7th season going NFL and AFL. So congratulations, lad. That's a really good effort. So every week, 10 into 100K, Das. I can't wait.
Yeah, so the first third of the show, a bit of a chat. We go through some stuff in the footy world. The second portion of the show, which will be the 100K multi, where we all bring our best legs, the best bets. And then the last third, if you make it that far, it's a ramble. It's a bit of the Wild West out there. So strap yourself in. But as we said, as always, we're going to go through the 100K multi. We're going to go through the ramble at the end. But it is, yes, Morgs.
I would just like to say as well, we never talk about the Thursday and Friday games until the ramble. So the 100K multi always starts Saturday afternoon, gives chance for people to listen to it and also put the bet on. And we put that in the Discord, which we'll talk about a little bit later, maybe next week.
100%. All right, it's now time for everyone's favourite finger on the pulse. The ups and downs in the footy world. What do we need more or less of? So it's sort of been rebranded from ups and downs to more or less, thanks to Statmate, of course. Finger me, Morgs. What do we have, an up, a down, or more or less?
I've gone up, the Kingston. New event just announced today, so very exciting. The biggest pub raffle ever.
Wow.
So essentially someone is walking away with $10,000, 100%. It's
how much?
$150 a ticket. You get 5 drinks on entry. Going to have a lot of prizes to give away other than just the cash, but $10,000. So at about 9 o'clock on Saturday night, 21st of March at the Kingston in Richmond, someone will be leaving the building with 10K.
10K.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my God. That's a great. So more of this.
More of this. I want more raffles.
More raffles, meat raffles?
All of them.
All raffles. Jev, what do we got?
I've got an up or a more or whatever you want to call it. And that's just big forwards. All talk this off-season has been speed of the ball, fast ballman. To me, that equals the big fellas being one out and kicking bags.
Great call.
Lots and lots of bags will be kicked this year. Think of Buddy and Fev in 2008. 100 goals, 99 goals. I reckon we might see something similar this year. Guys in like 90s, 80s. And we're going to see a lot of snags. So my up is big forwards.
Can I just check with you guys? Because obviously Dobe wearing the Smalls tee 2 years ago, we were heavily invested on the Smalls. And it was the year of the small. Do you have, this is questions without notice, the rule changes. Do they favour the Smalls or the Talls? I know we don't know yet, do we?
No, we don't know. No idea.
I'm going to go Talls.
Yeah, it probably will Talls if you get a mismatch. But then again, if the Smalls are running back towards goal, you might get a few more Jack Higgins out the back. So at the moment, we've got an up in the Kingston and we've got an up in big bags. We love bags. I've also got one here, boys. The Pull'em feature.
Yes.
Thanks to PointsBet. This is coming in from this week, whether it's Thursday night.
Thursday.
It is Thursday night. So what it is, if you have a multi, for example, let's say you're happy with a 4-leg multi, Jev, pays $5. We're happy with that. So this is the way that I see it. 4-leg multi pays $5. You also get 1 leg that you can pull if it's not performing up until the start of the third quarter. So, for example, if it was Carlton, North Melbourne, I got a little 4-legger, I'm happy with it.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put in a free swing. I'm going to put Cam Zerha in there for 5 goals at $13. If he's kicked 3 goals up until halftime, I might keep him in there. If not, I'm going to pull him. And then you go back to the original price of the multi. So the pull 'em, you now have more of an influence on your multi. It's not just put it on and you ride out for the rest of the game. You're like a coach in the coach's box. You can pick your bets and you can be like, you know what, I'm going to pull that one for every game. How good's that?
It's unbelievable. I can't wait for us to really nut it out over the year because there's going to be so many different theories, which we're going to talk more about in the Ramble. But as you said, it's that, do you put that white whale in and just see how it's tracking? Do you put the disposals? Do you go Nick for 40? And then if he's at 28 at half time, you're leaving that in. So it's going to be so many theories on it, Jev.
I've got theories later.
Yeah,
it's going to be great. What else you got?
On air with Chad and Bear. Unbelievable start. So this will come out Thursday, which means yesterday on air with Chad came out. Jev, you and I were there. That was an amazing chat. I'm that excited. Bailey was great last week, and he got so much better as the year went on last year. Chad was incredible. Off the bat, talked about the Swans, the Blues, and then just as a general, the Swans, how their preseason's been. So unbelievable show. Wildcard week is next week. So as you're never going to know who the guest is. So we don't even know who the guest is.
No.
So next week, I actually do know who next week is, and it's a cracker. So it's going to be a surprise when it comes out. I'm looking forward to it. It's an amazing product.
Have we spoken to him before?
Not on the show.
Wow.
But friend of the show in the DMs.
That's exciting.
That's exciting, Jev.
I've got it down, and that's Mitch Georgiadis.
Wow.
It's a tough week for Mitch Georgiadis and the Georgiadis family, Lou.
Oh, wow.
The announcement of Stephen May retiring must have been a tough pill to swallow. Who is Georgiadis going to kick 7 on this week or this year? It was shelling peas for Mitch Georgiadis playing on Stephen May. So I feel bad for him and the family, but, you know, things happen.
Things do happen. I've got a less. Christian Petrarca's tacos. We need to have less of them. It's the start of the 2026 season. We can't have the boys with the runs on opening round. So whatever you're serving up, maybe it's some grilled mince, just something easy that you can't bugger up. We can't be having the tacos and giving the boys the shits. If you haven't heard, go listen to On Air because he cooked the boys a heap of tacos. They got the run. So Petrarca, no tacos.
I tried it last week. Just do want to clear the air because I do think we might be getting a cease and desist from the on track family if we don't just let them know that it was a joke and the tacos were delicious. I'm not sure whether this is a more or less. Andy Dillon hinting that the AFL might be in the Olympics. You've heard it everywhere. Everyone's spoken about it. You spoke to Chad about it. That's a piss take.
Yep.
Off one. But it made me think, if we're going to throw the AFL in the Olympics, what else could we throw in the Olympics? So I got a couple ideas for you. Just wanted to run them through. A Barbie. Just cook a Barbie. So, like, you got Aussies would be really good, but it's probably a better event. Korean barbecue, would be a great cuisine and a good event.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah. My mind's ticking. Like, do the Koreans cook a Korean chicken, but the Aussies cook a snag and bread?
Well,
or
it's
we
up
all
to
cook
you.
the same thing?
Well, exactly right.
Don't put DT's dad in there. Apparently, you can't cook.
Shout out to DT does stuff.
DT.
Make sure it's not a bolognese cooking.
I got another.
Your mum wouldn't get in it.
Another event. Backing the trailer out.
Yeah, I would be horrible.
Yeah.
But a lot of Australians were really good at it. Again, the Koreans, I don't think. Not great.
Oh.
I think more so barbecue.
The Koreans are good drivers.
The Lebanese blokes down at Dramana Beach, they can back a jet ski in.
Can they what?
Let me tell you.
All right, we're in shaky.
The Lebanese chariots.
And finally, you sort of ruined my other one, but it was just selling snags at a hardware store. I mean, if the AFL's in the Olympics, I think that could be. I think Andy Dillon, he needs to just rethink that.
Good proposition, Morgs. I don't mind it. We'll have a look into it, Jev.
So up as well, AFL played at the 2032 Olympics, but I've looked at it a bit different to Morgs' snags or whatever he's doing. But, if our friends at PointsBet are still around then, and we haven't rinsed them, which is our plan, but we haven't rinsed them yet, I will be hammering the Aussies to kick the piss out of India, China, Peru. Imagine how many Sam Darcy will kick on a bloke from Botswana. Do you reckon a guy from Vietnam will be able to run with Nick Dacos? Give me Australia minus 99.5 in the Olympics. We will kick the piss out of some of these countries.
So I'm really looking forward to the quote graphic that we cook up. Imagine how many Sam Darcy would kick on the bloke from Botswana.
Yeah,
that's as good as
so
it gets.
many.
Mitch Georgiadis might be licking his lips to play in that side. He would love to kick it back. I've got a more. I believe it's starting to gain a bit of traction.
Yep.
But Nickelback in the pre
Definitely.
or grand final. It
Yes.
hasn't been announced yet. And I'm thinking about maybe next week for a bit of a filler because we've always got time. Top 3 songs that we think they're going to open with.
Oh, jeez.
So have a think about it. But Nickelback,
That's Ramble.
Ramble, I like it though.
Nickelback playing in the grand final. It's gaining traction. Morgs,
I'm out.
you're out.
Yeah.
I've got a quick down. I forgot we were back on camera, and that being an adult means you got to shave. I've got a shit stubble here. I got an up though. Opening round, just opening round. We're going.
Yes.
Knowing that I have one more day of work, and then on Thursday we fly to Sydney to 29 degrees and sunny. Then Gold Coast is 29 degrees and sunny.
Yep.
We see all the teams, like most of these teams will probably be prelim weekend or close to, or probably all the teams playing their week 4 and prelim. I don't give a stuff about the NRL and their opening round.
What?
Like, because we go to Sydney to compete with the NRL. I do not give a stuff about the NRL in Vegas. I didn't watch a minute of the NRL on the weekend. I'll tell you who else didn't watch. The Americans. Oh. They do not give a stuff about the NRL in Vegas. It was dog's guts. The field wasn't in good nick. There was no one there. It's a fail. It's just not working. I'm sorry, but they do not give a shit.
Called it.
So, yeah.
No NRL.
I'm up on opening round as well.
I've got a more. I'm not sure if you guys have been across the preseason games, but KO. No more of that flat screen, boring music. They're putting highlights on. I've watched Tom Mitchell have 53 about 10 times, and Jonathan Brown kick 10 against the Blues. Santana O'Halvin and Jared Waite were just trailing him in like May was trailing in Gunston, and it's huge. So they're putting on highlights in between the ad breaks when there's nothing else on. And I hope they do it all year. I'm all for it. You know, they put that music on, when you're hungover on a Sunday and it lulls you to sleep and then it's just Kingy back on, just yelling through your eardrum. So the highlights on KO, it's been fantastic.
That's incredible for someone that's not a KO user because I think it's a car crash. That is incredible.
I hope
they play the Santana booting Cameron Clegg up the arse next week.
Yeah, same. Any more?
One more up. The 100K hub on PointsBet, boys.
Nice. Let's go.
You go to futures, so you click Aussie rules, you click futures, you find the 100K hub. We've just been cooking up bets you can't find anywhere else in Australia in there. We just want people, like, gamble responsibly, but go have a look because we find value.
Yep. Have a go.
And I've got a Swans one in there that pays $200. Like, all Swan supporters should have $3 on that.
Yes.
It's just so good.
3,
5,
10. Make sure you have a good go at it.
Shout out to Matty Vanders. We shouted him out last week. Still not in the hub. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's tough to get. Maybe that should be an Olympic sport. Cooking up multis, not winning, but cooking them up. We're not bad.
Gambling against other countries.
That'd be good.
Hey, a state of origin. We're still working on.
Poker.
You'd fucking fly the flag if it was gambling.
I'll have a crack.
Just want to shout out to Zach as well. He said last week the show was great because we stayed on track. He's probably not listening anymore.
Sorry. All right. Well, let's move through. Let's just throw out a quick segment before we get into one of the biggest segments in sports. Most to lose, most to gain in opening round.
Yep.
Who has the most to lose, most to gain? It's pretty simple. Morgs, do you want to kick us off? Who's got the most to gain?
Most to gain is the Saints. The Saints beat the Pies. It's huge. And I think they have to. So I think it's expected that they've got the documentary coming out. There's been hearing a lot about it. And I'm all in. I love it. I love what's happening with the Saints. But they have to win this game. And if they do, now we start talking about them as the contender that we're already talking about them, if that makes sense. So I think if they get this win, 5.5 is the line, which is great. I think that's a perfect line. Is it? They come in. What did it come into?
1.5.
Wow. Did it start at 5.5?
9.5.
Wow. So it's got hammered to 5.5 then once. There you go. Perfect. So they can really turn some heads if they beat the Pies.
Can they what, Jeff?
Most again, the Saints.
Yep.
This is their biggest game since the 2010 Grand Final. There will be 85,000 at the G.
90.
If they win this game, do you know how much money they will make?
Yep.
St Kilda Football Club, do you know how much money they make? Every single game at Marvel will be packed to the brim from here on out just for winning this weekend. It's their biggest game since the 2010 Grand Final. This is so big for the Saints. They have so much to gain.
Yep, it's great.
Most to gain?
I thought either one of you may have gone the Saints, so I've gone the other way. I think Jamara's almost got the most to gain.
That's good.
Great one.
To cement his spot in the sides, he got Ben King, Ethan Reed, Jamara, and Jed Walter. Jed's out. And if you watch the Suns on the weekend, Jamara kicked a couple, one out the back, and a nice easy set shot, but he was pretty fumbly. If he can go and have a really big game against the Cats, it's going to be hard to drop him. Yeah. So he can silence a lot of critics, and he can have a monster game and cement his spot in that Gold Coast side. So I think he's got the most to gain. Most to lose?
Really well done from you.
Thank you, mate.
The Saints.
Oh,
They have to. So if they don't win this game,
Double entendre.
then it's the Saints of old. We've hyped them up. We brought Tom de Koning in. We paid Naz all the money, and we can't beat who we think are the Pies on a bit of a skid. So I think they have to win this game, and that's why I truly do believe that. I think they have the most to gain, but I think they have the most to lose. It's a must win.
They can set this season up.
100%.
Jev?
There's only one person with the most to lose, and it's Jagger Smith. The stupid hype you blokes have put on this bloke is ridiculous. And I don't think he can meet your expectations, and I'm worried for you guys. It's his first game of AFL footy. On the road, prime time, first game of the whole AFL season. He needs to get his feet under him, and Carlton supporters haven't given him that sort of time. They're just expecting Nick Dacos 30-2 straight away. And I think you're only going to be left disappointed.
That's fair.
And I think he's got the most to lose.
He could have 10 touches. I wouldn't be disappointed. It's his first game.
I will rip him to smithereens if he has 10.
You can. I don't give a fuck.
You said he'll be on 5 Brownlow votes after round 1.
I hope you fucking know. I hope he is.
No, you said he will be. You guaranteed it last week.
I hope he is. You can rip him to shreds.
I will rip him to smithereens.
I don't think he deserves the rip though, does he? Even if he doesn't perform, it's us.
Well, it's someone's got to take it.
Carlton fans. We'll
see. Well, he's got to play still.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see. He could have 30-2, and he lives up to every hype that's there.
So what's a pass mark?
24-1.
Good game.
20. Like the pass mark's probably 19.
Yeah.
In his first game, but not the way you guys have spoken about him.
Just get through.
He has the most to lose.
I think the most to lose is Collingwood and Nick Dacos. If they lose convincingly, the first article is they're dysfunctional, they're on the way down, Tassie's coming knocking. That is going to be the first article. If they, especially what happened last year, we saw when the Giants pumped them when we were there, and yes, they were very good. They were able to recorrect it very quickly. But that's the first article. It's like they're on the way down, Tassie are coming knocking. So that is going to be the biggest article.
Especially if the Craig McRae stuff's true.
Yeah.
I'm already sick of him in the season started. Do you know how frustrating he's going to be? I can't stand him, and he hasn't coached a game yet. If they lose, his stupid press conferences, cheeky fly, shucksy doodle. Oh, I can't stand him.
All right, boys, we better move on because it is time for our biggest segment.
Change hands.
4 minds walked into the rising sun last night. One mission, to build the definitive 21. The AFL's elite carved into pyramid form. Every named earned, measured by the past, tested by the present, and projected into the future. This isn't for clicks. This is legacy, layers, and lore. This is the rich tapestry, which is the overwhelming #1 segment in all of sports. From the base to the summit, where only a chosen few stand. This is Jev's Play Pyramid.
What intro, Dar. So, Pyramid, done it for a couple of years now.
Yes.
It's the best players in pyramid form. One person is the top 2, 3, however it goes, 21 players. This year, I bought myself a coach's cobbler, and I've made it easy for myself. So, we usually go from the bottom up. We're going to start from the top down, and it is the American sports fan in me, boys. But I watched footy last year. I was at the grand final. I was at the prelim finals.
Yes.
The best player in the game was the man that held the Premiership Cup up at the end of the year. That was Harris Andrews. Harris Andrews sits at the top of my pyramid, boys. So Harris Andrews is at the top. I think I watched him be the most influential player on the team that won the Premiership in the 2025 grand final. Someone can take it. It might be 3 weeks, but I was there. Yep. They couldn't stop him. Mark Blitzov, Shannon Neal, Mason Cox, they all tried. Billy Frampton, they all tried to stop him. No one could stop him.
Incredible.
Harris Andrews sits top. Next row, Dacos Bond.
Yep.
You choose.
Yes,
they're probably
smart.
1, 2, 3. No one has them further than 2 or 3 in the comp. Next row is my favourite. Isaac Henry, I think, has been the best player in the comp the last 2 years. Sam Darcy's ceiling is absolutely limitless. Yep. And this is the lowest we're going to see Nasai Wang and Emil era. I think he's only going up. He's a top 5, top 6 player in the comp. I cannot wait to watch him. The next row is just blokes that just get it done. They got it done last year. They'll get it done this year. Jordan Dawson, Zach Butters, Matt Rao, Noah Anderson.
Great row.
They're going to get it done again. They're in their primes, basically. Right after that, Hugh McCluggage. He was awesome last year. He was awesome in the finals. Welcome, Will Ashcroft.
Welcome, Will. Welcome.
If you win 2 Norm Smiths in a row, you start in the top 21 players in the
you what?
So he's in the thing. Jeremy Cameron won the Coleman last year. Cozzy Pickett, I'll take a bullet for Cozzy Pickett. He is the most talented, freakish player, I think, in the comp. I cannot wait to watch him this year. And Ed Richards is just awesome. And if you watch football, you know how good he is. I know it might be too many dogs. He might be 1 too high, but I love the way he plays. Bottom row, Zach Bailey. You have a rising hype. Zach Merritt's a pyramid player. John Newcomb's a pyramid player. Bailey Smith proved he's a pyramid player last year. Errol Goulden is welcome back. He played 9 games last year. They won 7. He still averaged 27 touches, and he looks in fantastic nick this preseason.
Does he what?
And I'm picking, my Freo player that I'm picking over them all is Luke Jackson. I reckon he's going to do freakish things this year. So I'm going Luke Jackson there. I reckon he's going to kick goals. He's going to be a midfielder. He's going to jump in the ruck sometimes when they're not really expecting it. I think he could just be...
Dynamic.
Just dynamic. I'm trying to think of a player he'll look like. Like, can it be like a Cooter? Like just big sort of midfielder. He's probably not as smart or ripped as Cooter, but like he's that sort of what we're going to see.
Someone mentioned, was it Adam Goods?
Yeah.
Like he'd play in the ruck and go forward. He might not be as good of a lead up, but just like that sort of role.
Yeah, and he's playing midfield while Mason Cox in the ruck, all that sort of stuff. And then you'll see I've got Stiff on the radar and injury cat. So Stiff, no one's Caleb Sarong. You know I'm not his biggest fan.
Is that because these guys have been getting too many rub downs?
Sure. Stiff,
But I'm
Stiff, Riley Thilthorpe, Josh Dunkley's just awesome, but I just can't fit him in there.
Yep.
He's the best role player.
He's all team at what he does.
Yeah. And Max Gorney's always stiff to not be on. I'm sorry, Gorney. You're the best ruckman I've nearly ever seen. On the radar, Chad Warner's on my radar. I can't wait to see start of the year. Charlie Curno's on my radar. I promise I wouldn't start him. Ben King's on my radar. They're going to kick a lot of goals. TDK's on my radar. They say that he could be the best ruckman in the game by an absolute mile.
Yep.
And it could be like this weekend we see how good he is. And then injury cloud, two of my guys, Finn Callahan, Isaac Rankin, starting the year a bit banged up, usually on their pyramid when they're fit, but let's just see them play well, and they'll get themselves right back in the thing. So that is the first pyramid. I'm going to have this coach's collar, as we said. We might hang it up over this side, or we might hang it up over here. And the pyramid, until I change it every 3 weeks, you'll be able to see it. And I'll add players to Stiff on the radar throughout the weeks. We can do the team tiers another week.
I love you got the time. We could always have the time segment. It's like a 4-minute pyramid.
Add me to Stiff. Honestly, that's a great segment.
Yeah. The blokes are getting the most rub downs.
And I've got the magnets on the back. And,
Philly
That is
cheese.
fantastic.
Well
I
done,
thought it'd
Jev.
be interesting. Zach Merritt last week was on the top of the pyramid for 6 weeks.
Last year.
Had a look at the graphics. Unbelievable. So you forget how good he was. It's almost like his name's been brought through the mud. Luke Jackson. I'm gonna be late to the party.
You're late, buddy.
You're late. You're on the whiz.
Yeah.
Like sort of like, Luke Jackson for mine. Like,
I'm big on Luke Jackson.
I love the Cuda. Got a bubble in my throat. I love the Cuda comparison, but
if Dickie listens, he'll love that.
he doesn't have the ball skills that Cuda does.
No, that's fair.
So it's just like I'm all for the dynamicness. I still think he's a ruckman playing the rover position. So I'll be late to the party, but all the best to Luke.
There are so many good players when you put it like that, especially Nas. He could be anything. I'm all in on Zach Bailey. I think he could have a...
So that is going to be around
that's
all
exciting.
year, that thing. I'll be taking that home. So, yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you think. Again, there's no real footy that's been played just yet, but after round 2, we're going to do another one?
Opening one. After 2. So
After
for
2.
the show of round 3.
That's exciting. Can't wait. All right, that's the first third of the show. Hang around as coming up next, we have the very first 100K multi for the 2026 season. We'll be right back.
We're right back.
All right, we are back here for the second third of the show. This is the meat and potatoes of the show. So this is where we construct our 100K multi every week. We get our best bets. We slap a cool hard crisp, $10 in pursuit to try and finally win $100,000. We've came close a few times.
Yep.
We haven't quite got there. So usually Thursday, Friday night footy is in the Ramble.
Correct.
Because we need to get, by the time we record, we get it out. You guys get enough time to listen. If you don't get on Thursday night, the multi's done. That's no fun. So we always try and make sure that the multi starts on a Saturday. But because we've only got 5 games to bet on, we're not doing Swans Carlton. So if you want to wait for that game, that's in the Ramble. But we are starting from Friday night football.
Correct.
We are starting from Friday night. So the Suns and Geelong, Jev, we will be there. First time going up to the Gold Coast to go watch them play. I'm very excited. The Suns are heading in favourite, -7.5 points at home. Who do you have?
Lads, before we start, I've just prepared a few words.
This is the first leg of the year.
If you will. I've just prepared a few words. The 2026 AFL season is upon us. This is the year there are no injuries. The Palmers at the pub are the crispiest they've ever been. Every club will still be alive for finals in round 2022. The beers they serve will be the coldest beers served on earth this year. 4 players will tie for the Brownlow medal. 8 players will kick 100 goals. The MCG is going to be the loudest it's ever been in 2026. We will all win our same game multis every weekend.
Yeah.
We will win the 100K multi this year.
Yeah.
Footy's back, gentlemen.
Let's go.
Let's fucking fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
And God bless America. And start your engine.
Put me on the stiff list.
Yeah, so I just had to get that out. I'm just so excited. So Gold Coast Geelong Dust. I'm just looking for winners in this game, especially because we're starting Friday night. We don't usually start Friday night. We just want to get through Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ollie Dempsey. So PointsBet have bought in individual touches. It's not just 15 or 20 anymore. Ollie Dempsey for 13 touches is $1.22.
Awesome.
He's put on size to get a bit more midfield time this year. There's an injury cloud over Danger, injury cloud over Bailey Smith. Like, I think this is money for Jam. Ollie Dempsey for 13, $1.22.
Such a great
You don't have to worry about that 15. You don't have to worry about 20. Track's kicking one in his first game as a Son. Christian Petrarch's probably kicking one. $1.50 for a snag. Or... like, they've set Noel Anderson's line at 25.5. The last time he didn't have 26 at home was round 7 last year. He's had 8 in a row over 26 touches.
Different iPhone.
So line's 25.5. Are you kidding? I can get $1.22 for Noel Anderson to have 21 touches.
So good.
So just...
Is that grandson of Barker Anderson?
Yeah, my man Barker Anderson. That is a story for another day. But just because we want to get through this game, I just went light. I'm just like, Ollie Dempsey for 13 at $1.22
So
to kick
good.
off your multi. Like, that is good stuff, Morgs.
Yeah, Sean McManus, Rove McManus, the Manimal, Sean Manor. $1.33 for 15 disposals. I love it. So I haven't tinkered.
Wait, how much?
$1.33, 15 disposals.
Nice.
I haven't tinkered with the individuals yet. I just had to keep it straight down the narrow, just on the Hume up to Gold Coast. But I did get word. He's headed up early, so he's gone through the 3-park super pass.
Oh,
so
nice.
SeaWorld, Wet n Wild, Dream World subbed in, Movie World no good. So he'll be ready to go, like a cat in a hot tin roof up in the Gold Coast. And he's lively, and that I like lively. So $1.33 for 15 is too good. Again, maybe we tease him down to that 13 and use those individuals. We should say, I don't know if we said it, when we started doing this 100K, we would put it on before the show and read it out. We have not got this on yet, so we're going to have a meeting after this. It's now 10:06, so fucking hell. But not on yet. I think that'll be in the.
This is where we do our best work. I wanted to start off things that have a ring to it.
Yes.
Physically, your fiance, your wife,
Oh, yes.
have a ring to it. But rhyme-wise, Jev with a bev, Artie pie in the sky, Christian Petrarco cooking shit tacos, and then there's Bear in the Square.
Yes.
So this is the one I'm looking for. So Bailey Humphrey for 1 goal at $1.57. He's kicked 15 goals in his last 8 games at home last year. So, and I think people forget, the Cats is the team where Bear fully started in the Northern Territory in 2024. He took the piss out of him and kicked 5. So again, I only want 1 for $1.57, but for 2 goals is $2.85, for 3 goals is $7, and for 4 goals is $19. If we're looking to ladder in the personals, we just think he could get off to a really good start to the year. So in the personals, if you like Bear, if you like On Air, make sure you like, subscribe, share to your friends. He could have a big one. We need to have an On Air multi as well with the boys.
For sure. Now that we've become mates with Bailey Humphrey, when you stand next to him, he's a big fucking dude.
Absolutely.
He's a small forward for Gold Coast. He's huge. He's the sort of bloke, he can fluctuate from 99 kilos down to 90. If he wants to be a 99 kilo full forward, he can be. If he wants to be a lean midfielder, he can be. Like, he's huge. That is a lock for him to kick.
If he wants to be a jockey, he'll just have another serving of Petrarca's tacos.
Poor track. Hey, very quickly, Bear for 3 is pull and watch.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
nice.
$7. That's if he's kicked 2 at half time, which is likely that and you're not pulling it, but you can obviously. That is pull and watch.
Yes,
I
think.
I had one more as well. Like, we need something reliable in the first game. Something that gets you from A to B. Won't cost you much. Rain, hail, or shine, it delivers. When you need to go somewhere in Thailand, you order a tuk-tuk. When you need someone for 20 disposals at People's First, you order a Took Miller for 20. So Took Miller for 20, boys. $1.20 with no row, more midfield time. Did you know he's only gone under 20 once in the last 2 years at home?
Wow.
And that's when he got injured against the Pies in round 18. He was on pace for 40 that night. So $1.20, Took Miller. He's practically a tuk-tuk for 20 disposals. So
he's an all-time footballer. So
Yeah, it's a great call.
I just feel that they're good legs that we start
I
with.
feel like it's a great start to the multi.
Feel it's a great start. All right, let's move on. Giants Hawks, the only game that we're not going to this week, unfortunately. We can't be everywhere at once, but there's been injuries in and out. John Newcomb's now back in. Tom Green's out. Apparently Cadman might
got
be
a sore
out.
pelvis, too much shagging maybe.
We've all had it.
He had a bird on top and just crunch.
I'll double check what the line is as we go through, but when I wrote it earlier, the Giants were getting the points at home, so they were plus 9.5 points, or you could say the Hawks are underdogs, 9.5. Jev, who do you like?
Jesse goddamn Hogan.
Okay.
I'm buying what he's selling. I'm picking up what he's putting down.
Yep.
He sucked me in State of Origin. And I'm all in.
Okay.
He looked great in State of Origin. His hands look sticky. Then you jump on the Statmate app. He's kicked 12 goals his last three games against the Hawks.
Okay.
12 goals in 3 games. That's 4 a game, Morgs.
It is.
He kicked 3 in the final last year against them. Barras is under a bit of an injury cloud. Like, I know he's going to play, but if I'll be licking my lips.
Yeah.
I'm getting $1.50 for 2, $2.50 for 3. I'm in. When he's fit and playing well, his home form is absolutely fucked. So I love Jesse Hogan for the Giants, playing out a full forward. Yeah, I'm just all eyes on Jesse.
Those goals on Frosty.
Those goals are on whoever he wants them on. And Frosty didn't play in that final last year.
No. The before.
He had his worst year for a while. Jesse Hogan last year. He still kicked 3 in that final on Brass and Battle. So it's good.
And he's one that it becomes tougher to bet on because he's in such good form.
Yeah.
So we've got to gobble it up early.
Got to gobble it up early.
Probably pull and watch another one for 3,
Yep.
250. Give me the single cab Hilux. My man, he's just a wheelbarrow. He's your tongs in your drawer. He's the fork in your fork case. Xavier O'Halloran for $15.87. It's such a good bet. No Darcy Jones, no Brent Daniels. Shout out to Brent Daniels. Just can't get his body right. I feel
Bing
for
watch.
him. Apparently, he was really shattered. No Tom Green. Potentially no Finn Callahan. I don't know if that's been announced yet. So there's room. There's room in that midfield. So I think he might get midfield minutes. But even if he doesn't, we know he gets touches. 15 at $1.87 is good value. Obviously, this would be more of a back-ended leg. But with only 4 games to play with, we need these value.
He's a good player, XO.
Yeah, really good.
He's a good player. I'm happy to bet on him first round.
Absolutely.
Opening round. Give me Shane Crawford's number 1 fan. Apparently, he's actually finally started to go back to the club because they've given the number 9 to someone he actually enjoys watching. So give me the Croc Connor McDonald for 1 goal at $1.40.
Smart.
Apparently, he's been doing more of the midfield preseason, the midfield, but they still reckon he's going to be more of a half forward. He's kicked 7 goals his last 4 games against the Giants, which included 3 in the final. That's just gone. Since 2022, every time he's played at NG Stadium, he's kicked a snag. I rate him. I think he's a really good player, finds himself in some good spots. So that's the first one. Second leg, I'm just going to need a little bit of a clap from you boys. Almost just like... These are good boys. Nick Watson kicks 1. Now they're on the run. Nick Watson kicks 1. He makes it look fun. Nick Watson kicks 1. Defense undone. Nick Watson kicks 1. Hawthorn's 1. So give me the whiz for 1 goal, boys, at $1.36.
$1.36 great.
He's kicked a goal in each of his last 10 games. And he kicked a goal in each of his last 2 games against the Giants. So it's a little bit of a wizard chant. We're not sure if it's going to be Nick Watson kicks 1.
Slow builder.
You can just sort of just do it however you want. So the whiz, again, I'm not going to put too much pressure on the kid, but he's a gun. Yeah. He's a gun. We love the whiz. And again, $1.36, I feel it's going to be a bit of a slingshot out there. A lot of people can kick a lot of goals. He only needs 1. Plays more deep forward than he does midfield. So there's some legs I'm looking at, boys. I'm not sure about you boys.
I've got no more legs, but I've got a pull him leg. Okay. So we're going to talk about this a bit more later. They say he's gone in the midfield. What if you have like Jesse Hogan for 4 at like the $4? Nick Watson for like 27 touches at like $8.
Yep.
If the midfield hype is real and he's on 18 at half time, you're like, holy shit, I've got him for fucking 27 touches at 12-1 here with Jesse Hogan, who's kicked 3 at half time. And it's like, well, I'm not pulling either. Or if Nick Watson is just a small forward who's had his 4 touches, 2 goals, it's like, pull him.
Yep.
That is exactly what Pullum's for.
I can't wait to hear your theories on it because that's the only way I can see Pullum, like how to use it. But there's going to be other ways to use it because obviously when you pull that $7 leg, it takes the value right down.
But that's why you always check before you put it on. Just be like, all right, this is what this is paying.
Of course. But
we're happy with that price. Now let's put in the kicker.
I can't wait to find out how else you use it.
Yeah, but the thing, but how often, like, we've done the roast for years and we read out the best odds of the bets you weren't on but wish you were. Now start just having a few shillings on those bets like, Nick Watson to have 27.
I actually need to find out how many Pullums you can have in a multi. Is it only 1 per game?
1.
It's only same game multis,
Good thing we got all separate accounts. See, you think? Smart. We're going to beat the
We're on
books.
shilling watch.
Yeah, we watch. All right, boys, let's move on. Brisbane Bulldogs, we're going to be there as well. Again, we're going up to Brisbane. We're driving?
We're driving from Gold Coast to Brisbane.
Oh, boy. The home team favoured, so Brisbane, minus 14.5
That's
points.
a big line, 14.5.
That's a massive line. Jev, who do you like?
Boys, I know I have Harris Andrews at the top of the pyramid, but there's a take I'm even more invested in.
Okay.
And I've been invested in it since God knows how long. And I'm so invested. I bought us a gift. I bought a gift.
What this was.
You guys have been wondering what this is. You're still wondering what it is. Just got to make sure I open it the right way. So I'm going to open this quickly. You guys talk among yourselves.
You didn't wrap that.
I wrap this.
No way. Am I meant to close my eyes?
No.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Sorry, let me.
No, this is good. I
I
really.
bought us a gift.
This is sick.
All right.
Something to go through the whole year.
How am I saying
Sorry,
again?
I bought us a gift. Something to go through the whole year. Something for us to look forward to. Yeah, It's Sam Darcy to kick 100 goals. We have $150 on it.
Do we what?
10K. I've got all 100 numbers on it, and we're going to tick it off as the whole year goes.
That is
Sam Darcy to kick 100 goals. And I've got the text here. So when he kicks his first, and so every week I'm going to tick him off. So we can go 1, and we're going to tick him off all the way to 100, including finals. There is the bet slip right there to win 10K.
Does it still pay that?
That is incredible.
I don't know, but we're on it.
It'd be stupid if we didn't put 1,000 on it to win 100,000, wouldn't it not?
Oh boy,
No, you don't even
that is sweet.
So, yeah, we're on Sam Darcy kick 100 goals.
Nice.
So,
That's going to stay here.
That's staying here. That is staying in studio. We're ticking off. We start the show by ticking that off.
I just need to call the printer because I made the exact same one for Ben Ainsworth. I need to cancel.
So maybe this one goes there,
That
Morgs.
is sweet. Yeah,
That's
And
great.
we tick that
that
off,
is fucking awesome.
and we just tick them off as the year goes on. But saying all this, I say all this to say,
That is so cool.
I actually cannot believe we're getting $3.30
How many?
for Sam Darcy to kick 3.
Yeah,
3.
great call.
This will be $1.80 in 2 weeks.
Was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually his over under is 2.5.
Yep.
And this is telling me his over under is 1.5. I know he's got the slightest injury cloud. It's only still sore since Origin. He will be fine.
Yep, I agree.
He gets out of bed and kicks 3, and it's $3.30. But I thought, boys, if we are going to win $100,000,
Yeah,
you got to take some risks. He's paying $7 to kick 4.
Yeah,
Sam
that's
Darcy kicked
fantastic.
4 on Saturday night in opening round of the 100K multi.
That's-
Let's build around him to kick 4 at $7. Every leg can be that little bit shorter if we've got Sam Darcy to kick 4.
I absolutely love it. And essentially, this game is just the 110 on a Sunday.
Yes, $16 to kick 5.
I love it, but I can't believe you've been so convincing after putting Harris Andrews on top.
I just
No, like I'm all
I-
for the leg, but just after the rap you've given Harris Andrews, you're expecting him to not get the job done on Darcy.
I think Harris Andrews can be best on ground. Brisbane can win, and Darcy still kicks 4.
Okay.
I kind of agree.
He gets that free kick. He gets a mismatch.
Yeah. He
does.
He finds himself.
Oh,
he
I'm in
kicks
on the
a
leg.
nice
I was
snag,
just saying that I just can't believe that it was
I
there.
know it's a bit of take integrity,
No,
but
no.
I genuinely believe this. So
And Darcy kicks that snag where they're 26 points down. He kicks his 4th with 2 to play.
yeah,
No dramas.
legit. He leads up with the ball. He gets a free kick. He takes a big mark. He gets one in the goal square of Joe the Goose. He gets out of bed and kicks 3.
Yeah, it's so true.
I cannot wait to tick these off as the year goes on.
far out.
Imagine we start getting around that sort of 68, 69 mark.
That is
round 14.
Talk more about that 69 mark. Jev, do you have any more legs?
Oh, yeah, I do. This game is an absolute betting Petropolis.
Yes.
It is a
Petropolis.
betting Metropolis, however you want to say it. I didn't know how to type
Brett
it.
Petropolis. reporting live.
Went to school with him.
Think of all the players that could have 20s in this game. Jasper Fletcher's line is 20.5.
Silly.
So there's $1.87. $1.20. I don't even know what that says. But anyway.
The Swans, the showtime.
Oh, $1.20 for Bont to have 21.
Great leg.
$1.60 for him to kick a goal. Thanks to Statmate, I can see Hugh McCluggage hasn't gone under 25 touches for 9 games in a row at the Gabba. You can now bet on every number. So,
Yep.
we can take Hugh
Yeah,
McCluggage
yeah.
to 23.
Really nice.
17, 18, 19, 20 for Zach Bailey. He hasn't gone under 20 once in his last 10 games played. I can get $1.27 for 18. This game, individual touches, this is our year.
Yep.
This is the best game to bet on by an absolute mile, Morgs. You are.
They call me the landscaper
Yes.
because I am Weed Watch.
Yes, you are.
I am so deep in, and you would not be on this market unless I brought it to light. And this is a classic example. So, love Darcy for 3. Love him for 4. I love him for 5, Jeff.
I can see where this is going.
But he's going to touch the footy. 10 disposals for $1.27.
Come on.
So he's kicking 4, so we're on 4. There's
Yeah, 4
kicks,
touches.
couple of handballs, $1.27 for 10. So he was obviously, like you've said, he's been a bit sore. I just think that means he's in bubble wrap until this game. So I reckon he'll be fresh as a daisy. Early couple of touches, get his hands on it, and $1.27 for 10 touches. They're the ones that I like. We tick him off by half time, no pull him needed. He's having 10 disposals.
is he what? Didn't play his best game in the State of Origin.
No, he was horrible.
And he's only gone under once, I believe, because I checked that as well. And he's all year last year, and that was the game they thought he snapped his leg.
Yeah.
Every other game. I don't think he's gone under his last 20 games.
And part of me thinks as well, did he get injured pretty early on in that State of Origin game? Or at least knocked up?
I think it was fine. I just don't think he had a shocker.
Maybe it's just a bit underdone. I don't know.
Porky, calf,
Fine. Just didn't get it.
crook guts, had some of Petracco's tacos.
Yeah, maybe he had some of the tacos.
Come on track.
Boys, give me the Brisbane Bully. He's built like a brick shithouse, thicker than Lizzo pre-Ozempic, and harder to catch than Desi Freeman. Give me Cam Rayner for 2 goals at 360.
Ooh, that's
360.
Good.
So
This
the
is good
thing is,
stuff.
so you know that I said that I'm not convinced on the Bulldogs' defense. So I've got my questions on them. So you've got the Keys playing deep forward with Logan Morris, Oscar Allen. So whether that's O'Donnell and who else they got back there?
Rory Lobb.
Rory
The
Lobb.
lobster.
And then I know like you got Buku Karmas down there a little bit more, but Cam Rayner, I can just see what he did in the prelim or that first final against Geelong, how he went deep in the square. He went all the way up. I think he's the ultimate mismatch.
Yeah.
I just don't know what they're going to do with him.
Yep.
For $3.60, 2 goals on a Saturday night, I think it's such a good leg. And also for 3 goals is $10 in the
that's
personals.
nice.
I just think
3 goals is great.
Really
$10.
nice.
but that half of the ground, that's where I think that they're so shaky. And yes, it might be a really high-scoring game. I don't know who's going to play on Cam Rayner. We saw in the finals how much of a bully he was.
Yeah.
He could kick 2 early,
Yep.
go in the midfield, and then rest forward at the end.
Yep.
I think it's a leg that jumps out.
Yep. No, that's great.
He's a good player, and he's on
absolutely.
Pyramid Watch. And the second one, the red-headed gentleman, Mr. 20-1, the Red Richards, Ready Steady Eddie Richards.
Ready roast.
Yeah, Ready Roast. For 20-1, so for 20 is $1.22. He only went under once in 2025, and he had 15 games with 20-1.
Yeah, he kicks goals.
So for 1 goal, he's $2.45.
that's
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
really
So
nice.
him and Zach Bailey, I didn't mention Zach Bailey because I wasn't sure if any of you guys were going to talk about him, but I think those two are going to have like the biggest uptick this year in their seasons. Most consistent, almost put themselves into the A grade category. Eddie Richards, again, he was a bit quiet in the State of Origin game. Him and Cam Rayner, I think, again, that price point, $2.45 for a goal, and then $3.60 for 2 goals for Cam Rayner. Fucking build around that and you're 4. We're going to have a hell of a fucking same gamer.
Oh,
And
it's
10
so good.
disposals. There's almost too much value here. Like,
Yeah.
That's it. It's
so
so
only
much.
like $5.
Yeah, so true.
You hearing this?
That has to be a pull multi. That is just...
So you legit, we'll talk about it later.
Oh,
but this is
all
how
right.
I see Fulham.
All right, let's get into the last game. Saints Pies will be there. You'll be coming to this one.
I will be.
MCG.
After multiple pulls.
Yeah. This is why we're so good. I've been pulling it for years. The Pies are still favourite. 1.5 points. A very low total, must I say. Total points 166 compared to most of the other games, 173, 174. That seems overish for me. I feel it could be an
So
overish.
Overwatch.
Yeah, more-ish watch. Jev, do you have a leg?
I'm in.
Okay.
I don't even care. I am all in.
Okay.
And I am drinking every last drop of the Kool-Aid. Give me 25 litres of the Nasai Wanganeen Malira Kool-Aid. That's my Nas Kool-Aid. Another prop for the show. That's
I
Nas
love the
Kool-Aid.
props.
Give me 25 litres.
Thought you were sharp today.
I'm all in. I want to ride the roller coaster with the Saints supporters. I reckon he's a skinny Adam Goods. I reckon he'll be, when it's all said and done, on the Mount Rushmore of Indigenous players to play
Yep.
AFL
Yeah, that's a
footy.
good call.
Where am I? I was just thinking. So I just thought of the Mount Rushmore. It's just in my head. The first players that come to mind: Andrew McLeod, Buddy Franklin, Adam Goods. Then you've got Cyril. You got Burgoyne. You've got Wanganeen, Gavin Wanganeen. That is. I'm just like so many more champions. I just want in on this kid with all the Saints supporters. David King went down and watched him train in the off-season. They reckon he goes and rests down at full forward now, and he just looks like a natural forward with forward craft. Just looks like an absolute gun with beautiful instincts. I reckon if you tag him, he'll stay out of the midfield, just go to half-back or full forward, and he's impossible to play on. He's so big. He's so fast. He's such a hard matchup. I am so all in on Nasai Wanganeen Malira. I'm taking him for 30-2.
Shit. But I love it.
30-2 in this game. He's proven he's going to be a goal kicker. We all know he's going to be a goal kicker. Collingwood do not tag. He's going to run riot at this game. We know how big this game is for the Saints. He's the new $2 million man. 30-2. So his line is 29.5. So for 30 touches, it's $1.87. Basically, he's over. 2 goals is $2.50.
So good.
So we're taking for 30 and 2.
So crazy that that's so much shorter than Cam Rayner.
I know.
Yep.
He's not even a goal kicker yet. Cam Rayner's a goal kicker.
It's crazy.
He's going to have the MCG absolutely roaring.
They've got so many little cult figures now.
Yeah.
I hate to make this about me, but I did have him for 4 goals in the preseason game on the weekend at $18, I must say.
Exactly.
Well done.
It was a great little top up for the season.
Yeah.
And this low-key plays incredibly at the G.
Yes.
Nas. Like, it's an underrated thing.
That game.
He played the best first quarter I've ever seen live.
Was it against the Tigers?
Against us, Carlton. He decimated us in the first quarter.
I was late. Went to the shit tits before.
We-
Royal, great. We took the old boy.
So sorry, before I've just got written down. So we're going to watch so much talent this weekend. As I said, think of the talent from Thursday night all the way to Sunday, and I think this kid might be the main event, the Sunday night main event.
I think
It's like all the talent comes to, and you're basically watching Dacos and NASA, and he's just going to steal the show of the weekend. 30 and 2 is going in the multi, especially last league, Sunday night.
I love it.
And
Lewis?
I love the fact that you can't lock him up. So you can't tag him. If you play on him, if he's getting a hard roll in the back line, he'll just come up into the guts.
Yeah.
So you literally can't play on him. You can't stop him, essentially.
Like who can genuinely run? Like if Josh Dunkley goes to him, who's probably the best all-around tagger in the game. Imagine like him running away from Josh Dunkley. And I know Josh Dunkley's a gun.
Or imagine Dunkley 1 out in the 50.
Yeah.
Like-
and then he's at half back getting a cheap kick all of a sudden. Dunkley's trying to get him.
You know, they said, I hate to stay on it for too long, but how like he just runs around like and no one puts any pressure. It'd have to take a Brisbane team job where they're like, everyone fucking get into him. Like if it's Dunkley, if your Cam Rayner's going past him, put a fucking body into him. It has to be a team tag. You can't just let him, you got to make it tough for him. You got to make it tough. You might finally get the attention this year, but he's a jet.
Yeah.
So good to watch. Morgs?
Give me the woodpecker. The Norwood assassin.
Who?
Mason Wood.
Yes.
My man. $15. Oh, fuck you. Start again. Give me the juice. Mason Wood for 15 disposals. $2.25, Jev. I love him for a snag. Love him early on because he doesn't get the respect. I said it last year. Who's more likely to kick a snag, Mason Wood or Jake Stringer? Jake Stringer didn't go near it for a month. Yeah. Mason Wood was always paying more than him. He doesn't get respected by the bookies. It's a segment I've always wanted to do. I want to sit down with the bookmakers and go, why don't you respect Mason Wood and others, but more so Mason Wood. So his form's incredible. His last 5 at the G, 18, 19. He had 3 he got injured though, 27 and 19. So 4 or 5 his last 5 at the G. The only time he didn't have it, he was injured. So it's just the value is there. The form is there. I am there. The Wood.
That's a good, for $2 for a filler.
I'm looking at it right now.
I just don't understand. Why are we getting the value?
So his form is, he had 4 and 8 to finish the year. Not great.
No.
19, 15, 17, the 3
From all reports, training the house down.
the hoose down.
So it's there.
And to finish off, I've got 2 legs pretty close to $2 as well, which are great little fillers. We're going to start off. There we go. We got that camera shot. 1, 2, 3 cameras. So Jack Higgins for 2 goals at $1.83. His last 3 seasons, 36 goals, 36 goals, and a whopping 46 goals.
Great.
So
he was leading the Coleman after round 11?
He was on fire.
2 goals, MCG, Jack snags Higgins, $1.83. I think he starts the season well. And this is one that I'm happy to put on ice. Mateus Mithapu, Jev, we've spoken a bit about him. For 1 goal, $1.87. Again, if we need to fill the stat sheet, it's close to $2. This guy is averaging a goal a game each of his last 5 games. This kid was meant to be named as the one that's going to be the showstopper. In the big games, he's going to be able to step up. Again, I'd rather see it before we put someone in. I'd rather put a Flying Ryan in. There's heaps of other guys, but this is just one to watch. If he does play more forward, 1 goal, $1.87. All the good forwards, they come into about $1.36. So it might be a little bit of a watch, but if you are looking for a little bit of a fill-up, $1.87, close to $2 for 1 goal.
Always looking for a fill-up.
So
good.
That's the only other one. I'm not too keen to put him in, but it's just a watch.
I can't believe how easy we're going to get this multi.
Oh, it's going to be huge. All right, they're all the legs that we're liking.
Yep.
Coming up next, we're going to reveal the 100K multi, and then Morgs is going to take us through the Ramble. We're going to preview the 100K Cup, which is there. That is what we're playing for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 100K Cup. All right, we'll be right back.
Statmate makes AFL player stats easy. At the click of a button, you can discover insights like you've never seen before. Disposals and goals to fantasy points, how a player performs at a certain venue, or even when a teammate is out through injury, Statmate has you covered. Don't waste your time. Become an expert in just a few taps of a button. AFL player stats and insights thanks to your new best mate. Download Statmate for free today.
All right, welcome back to the final third of the very first show of the year. So we have just constructed the 100K multi, and usually we say this most weeks, but I'm feeling pretty bloody good about this. There's two really good times to bet. The start of the season and the start of finals.
Great call.
Because all the good players are all fit, they're ready to go. And when we construct it, everyone just needs to do their job. Everyone does their job. We could be walking away with $100,000 in opening round. I'm excited, Jev. What is the multi?
So it starts Friday night. We say it all the time. We usually start Saturday, give you time to get on. Starts Friday, but we start short. So if you do miss Friday, you can go sprinkle your own legs in elsewhere.
True.
But Friday night, Gold Coast Geelong will be there, Dust.
Yes.
Ollie Dempsey for 13, Bailey Humphrey to kick a goal, Christian Petrarca to kick a goal, Tuke Miller 20.
The tuk-tuk.
So good.
Just get us,
it's a great
just be
start.
alive going into Saturday. Then Saturday we go to GWS Hawthorn in the Western of Sydney.
Yes.
Connor McDonald anytime, Nick Watson anytime,
Great legs.
Jesse Hogan to kick 2, Xavier O'Halloran 13 touches.
Single cab.
13 touches. That's it. That's all we need.
Love this single
13,
disposal.
yeah.
13. We go to Brisbane. They unveil their flag on Saturday night. The Dogs come to town. We've got Sam Darcy to kick 4 at $7.
Yep, brilliant.
And I love it. Cam Rayner to kick 2. Ed Richards 20. Marcus Bontempelli 21.
Nice.
Will Ashcroft 22.
Great.
Hugh McCluggage 22. Zach Bailey anytime.
Yeah, I love
Fantastic.
this.
I love that.
Yeah, it's such a good
I
start.
love
You can
that.
see that on the stat sheet.
Legit. We get to Sunday night. If we're still alive Sunday night, we roll to the MTG, the biggest game in Saints history. We've got Jack Higgins to kick 2.
Yep.
We've got Mason Wood for 15 disposals.
Good leg.
And Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira for 30 and 2.
I'm drinking
The
all of it.
Kool-Aid will be pumping. That you have to have $10.30 to win $100,000.
That is, I think it's my favourite bet we've ever put on.
It's right up there for
It
me.
just genuinely goes how Sam Darcy and Cam Rayner go.
Yep.
And we like betting on those guys.
Happy to have that. Yeah.
Happy to have them.
Absolutely.
So we will put that in our Discord
Yes, absolutely. We will.
on Friday morning.
On the
So you can
Patreon.
just click the link on the Patreon. Click the link. It goes straight to your PointsBet bet slip. You have $10 on it. You can win $100,000.
I'm so excited,
If you want
boys.
to change some legs, if you don't get on it by Friday, you can, if you think Nick Dacos is going to be great, you can spread him in on Sunday night. We haven't got any Collingwood legs. We don't trust Collingwood right now.
Can you imagine? Nah, because you got to win the 100K. But technically, that could be a pull-em. Oh no, it's same game multi.
No, same
You
game.
got to activate the pull-em.
Damn it.
Good
I'll
ride.
just pull it at home before we go.
Right idea. Hey, I canned last week a little bit of extra segment on the season previews because it went so long. Great pod, by the way. If you
Yeah.
haven't listened to that, still worth a listen. But I just wanted to pep you with a couple of questions because we didn't get there last week. Minor premiers.
Okay.
Very quickly, who's going to win your minor premiership?
Minor premiers, I have Brisbane 375. I just think their draw.
Yep.
I just think that they're going to finish on top.
I've got Gold Coast. I said
that's
last week, I've got them going 10-1 at the start of the year, and if they can hold on, they should be an 18-win side, which is high enough, but I don't have their odds for minor premiership. Sorry.
That's fine. Up to you. Surprised to make the 8 or surprised to make the top 10 with wild card in now in place?
Well, it's annoying because they've changed it to top 10 now. So there's no surprise to 10. So, like, I only said because Carlton are 13th on the list, I think. So we're the only real value unless you want to pick Melbourne. So, obviously, I'm Carlton. So we're 375 to make the 10. If you're a Blue supporter, still a good price. And surprised to miss just because of injuries, the Giants at 240. But again, I'm not going to bet on them.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
they're not fun. The top 8 was fun. That top 10, I don't like that price.
Yeah, so to make the 8, I don't know if it'll be a surprise, but I've got the Dogs to make the 8 this year. But I think it's an absolute lock. So if you find that a surprise, I think they're going to make the 8. To miss the 8, can Collingwood miss the 8 but still be a wild card round team and that be a surprise? So I think they're going to be more 9th and 10th this year.
Yep.
They're starting the year so banged up.
Yep.
If you don't have Darcy Moore, Jeremy Howe first round, like that is banged up. Or is it Hawks? They finished 8th and won 14 games last year. Can that be 9th? And is that a surprise? You know, I'm a bit out on
Yep.
Hawthorn, or they might be really good. So my surprise to miss the 8, but probably still be their wildcard weekend is probably Collingwood and Hawthorn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good. And can you imagine how happy Andy Dillon would be if Collingwood and Hawthorn were on wildcard weekend?
Oh, man.
It would be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Collingwood versus anyone. Could be Anzac Day rematch.
Yeah.
Prelim weekend. Who's going to be there prelim weekend?
So I think Brisbane have a really good run. Happy with them. Gold Coast have a really good run. I think Freo, if we think that they can
Yep.
top that up, them at home. And then the Swans were minor premiers the other year. They get Charlie back. If they have another good boost, you feel like there's 4 teams that can really set themselves up this season. So it could be those 4. Those are my 4.
It's amazing how much we agree on this, Stars. Gold Coast and Lions are absolute locks to be there prelim weekend. Swans will be there. And my 4th team has to be Freo or the Dogs.
Yep.
Freo or the Dogs for me.
Thumbs up.
I'm sort of leaning Freo, but I'm super bullish on the Dogs, especially when we're going to be riding Sam Darcy like we are this year. So he could kick a lot of goals and get him to a prelim on his own.
Love it. We have to go this. So grand final matchup, and who wins?
Oh, I've gone the Q clash. It's just a big Queensland Cup. I feel that's a people's. Everyone can get around that. They might go 1-1 throughout the year, even verse each other in a first final, and then meet in the grand final.
Love that.
The rivalry is really starting to build, and then I think Brisbane, they complete it. They go 4 in a row. They weren't able to. No, 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
3 in a row, but 4. So they do reverse what they did: win, 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 loss, loss, win, 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 win. So $4.50 there to win the flag, which is short, but
so short.
Still, actually not a bad investment though. You talk about stock markets, $4.50.
Yeah. I said it to Chad last night.
And Westwitz.
I said it to Chad last night. I'll say it again. I think it's going to be a Swans Gold Coast grand final, and I just pray someone beats the Lions before grand final day. We can't have them if they're going to win it if they make it again, especially against an interstate club. They're too good on grand final day now. So Swans Gold Coast. I hope someone knocks out the Lions prelim final weekend, or else they'll be there and they'll win it. So
Swans Gold Coast, great grand final.
If they're in the pink, the Suns, that'd be great.
Brownlow, who's winning it?
I'm going to keep going with I'm just going to go the Quinella into the Coleman. I think I back this almost every year. Zach Butters into Charlie Curnow. I think I've had it last 4 years. So Butters is 21. Charlie Curnow's only 550.
Yep.
But I do have a smoky as well. I mentioned it before. Zach Bailey. He was at 251. He's now into 200. Watching him in the midfield, run through and kick goals, he's so explosive. He could just turn into the Lachie Neale vote getter for him. He could. So he could be the one. This could be the Heaney from the other year where it's like, how come no one else got on him at $200? So
he's just running around with
contract year, everything to play for. Same as Butters, everything to play for. So I like those two.
He's having 23 and 3 every week, sort of thing. Yeah, it's a great call. I want one of the Swans boys, Errol's, Chad, Isaac, like just one of them to win. But I actually think it's going to be Nasai Wanganimera or Nick Dacos. With stats being read out by the umpires, these two are stat sheet stuffers. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And I think Nas could be on 9 votes after 9 games, then start getting some treatment and lull a little bit. Then Nick can do what he always does, maybe start slow. Then he goes 10 weeks in a row of just dominance, and then he might slow down and he gets a bit banged up. And my dark horse would be Hugh McCluggage. I thought he looked in diamond condition at State of Origin. He's the captain now. He's just in his prime. He looks great. I think he's my dark horse. It's going to be hard to have a Brisbane Lion win the Brownlow.
Yeah.
You can have Zach Bailey, Hugh McCluggage, Will Ashcroft, Lachie Neale is going to be good. Cam Rain is going to kick bags of 5. Harris Andrews is a star. So it's going to be hard, but I can see why people say their dark horse is from.
Again, in those good sides, they do it. Like I know 2004, West Coast didn't make the grand final, but Judd won it. The next year, Ben Cousins won.
Yeah.
The year after, Goods won. So people in these really good stacked teams can still come out and win the Brownlow. But it's going to be exciting.
I just wanted to add in as well, Noah Anderson at $21. So I had a quick look because remember last year when Will Schofield said the last 5 Brownlow medalists have been top 5 in clearances and contested possessions.
Yeah.
And it made me think, so you're like, why don't we just go to the sheet for next year and work out who it was? So for me, it was Noah Anderson. So he was 2nd in disposals per game last year, 4th in centre clearances per game, and 5th in clearances in general. So he's the prototype for that. Matt Rao got it last year. He probably lost a couple of votes that we were surprised about.
Yep.
I think this is the year. If everyone thinks that they might be going to the grand final, as you said, $21 is a great price. That'll be 14 in 3 weeks.
I did a video on this in the off-season. So 7 of the last 10 Brownlow medals have been top 5 in contested possessions, clearances, and frees 4.
Interesting.
So John Newcomb was the second most amount awarded free kicks, only 2 behind Matt Rao.
Yep.
And Caleb Sarong was 6th in the league for free kicks. The only other one, Tom Green, was 1 and 2, but he was 177th in frees, but he's out for the year. So if it continues to go, maybe those two. But yeah, the umpires might do a recorrection, Jev. They might just look at Nas and Dacos and be like, we buggered up a bit the last
when
few
you
years.
walk off the field and if they've had like
just give him the
28 and 2 and you're like, of course he's 3.
Yeah.
With a couple of my spare magnets, maybe we should track contested possessions.
Okay.
What's the other
Freeze
one? Clearances
and
and
freeze
freeze
4.
4. Have the top 10 at all times because then you can see. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, guys
Freeze
are going
4s
up.
is the one, I'm telling you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right now it's the big arch.
On the combo, it's the bigger, which is a good burger.
Coleman, who's winning the Coleman?
Hi, Charlie.
You did.
I hope Charlie ties with him, but I've got Sam Darcy.
Rising star?
It's going to take World War III for Jagger not to win at $2.20. It's going to take World War III or an injury. It's going to be one of them, Jev. But $2.20, the smashing in before the season, I think it was 9 into 7. They're watching play twice and they're like, oh boy, we might lose a few shillings here, boys. Let's just pump this price in. So, Jagger, I hope a good, healthy season for the young fella.
What did you say he faced? 225.
220.
The bookies are basically telling you it's Jagger versus the field.
Yep.
I will lean the field.
fucked.
I'll lean the field. But I liked the Tigers, boys. I like Cumming. He's not going to play.
Who's that grill guy?
Yeah, he's going to be a star. Like I like him. I like Taj Hunt. He's injured as well.
Mighty Melbourne.
So I'm going to go the Flying Viking, Alex Taru.
Oh, he still qualifies.
17-1. He still qualifies. He's
Love
a good
it.
player. So I'm going to go Alex Taru.
That's a great. That's mine as well. That's it. Time
got-
of
we got a
the
quick-
main event.
Okay.
Take it away.
All right. So let's get into it, Jev. The 100K Cup. We never really have a punch. I'm not sure if we ever we might think of something, but this is Swans Carlton. It's never meant a damn. Never meant a damn. But now that Charlie's gone over, we've got a couple of the off-cuts. We've got Will Hayward. We've got Ollie Florent.
It has meant something once at the G.
At the G, you beat us in the final.
Yeah, did we? What? When it mattered. That's what we're playing for. Morgs, look at
That's to be decided, I think.
That's the 100K
That's a
Cup.
car crash.
We'll improve that.
Imagine that full of vodka. That's a good cup.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
That's a good cup. So, Swans Carlton SCG 100K Cup. Swans favoured by 23.5 points. The over 172. What'd you say? It's meant to be a perfect night.
29 and sunny. All day and all night.
It's just not going away.
It's just it's perfect conditions.
So let's talk about some legs. Jev, what do you like?
I've just watched Chad and Isaac take the absolute piss out of the Blues.
Mickey.
Last year in the wet, Isaac Henny had 38 and 2 goals, 5, and he missed some easy ones. It was nearly one of the best games we've ever seen in the wet. And when I spoke to Chad last night, you gave me these stats. His last 2 against Carlton, he's had 28 and 3 and 30 and 2. They just take the piss. Just get
good.
with what Chad says on camera and what he sort of indicates to us personally, it doesn't sound like Chad and Isaac are going to defend much this year. It's stayed about half. So we've got some more no names in our midfield now, like Angus Sheldrick. A lot of people would know who he is. James Rowbottom's still in there. Callum Mills is going to be back. Justin McInerney's a bit more in the midfield. I think those guys go to your back 50 and get the ball out of the back 50, and Errol's a good player. I don't think Chad and Isaac pass halfway. And it's all about getting the ball in their hands in the front half. So touches could go down a smidge, and it could be like they could have 23 and 3, both of them walking off the field.
Yep.
But we have to talk about it. How many does Charlie kick? And when do we stop betting on him? You used to ladder him all year. He kicks 5. He kicks 5. He kicks the first. He kicks 5. He could kick 7. I'm going to reach out to the traders, and this is going to go on the 100K hub. Charlie, Chad, and Isaac to combine for 10 goals.
I thought you were going to say 15.
Yeah, I like
No,
that.
10.
5
Basically,
apiece.
Charlie kicks 5 to 6, and then Isaac and Chad just kick 2 each
Five
or
apiece
3.
would be a drumming. Shit.
Remember Swans love
Two
us
votes.
Led Zeppelin,
So
like.
keep your eye on the 100K hub for that. I will message them that one. But
Please.
you say we don't make bets. If Carlton win this football game, I will sign myself up for the Melbourne Marathon and run the marathon in a Jagger Smith jersey.
That's brilliant.
Perfect.
Yes.
But if the Swans win the football game,
Yep.
you two have to sit in the car from 3 till 5 every day next week and listen to Andy Marr and Andy Gaze live the whole show for the week, Monday to Friday.
That is an uneven bet.
3 till 5.
Just at one loss is 23-point dogs.
I'll give you the 23 points if you don't cover the line.
3 till 5.
I'll take the 23.5 points. So if the Swans cover the 23.5
Can we
points,
wax?
no, you have to listen to the whole week.
Pod or no pod?
Okay, you can listen to the pod.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll listen to the pod.
And we'll give a review on the pod.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday. Oh no, you'll be listening next Tuesday. The week after, you have to tell us what the show was like.
That's a good bet.
It's a great bet.
We'll take the line.
You have to, I've listened. I get in the car sometimes and it's on. It's unfucking listenable. Rocks and Pox. It's shit house. Andy Marr talks rubbish, and Andrew Gaze doesn't get a word in. Doesn't get a word in. You're lucky because the podcast will go for about 59 minutes because the ads and stuff.
Normal
But you-
speed, no double speed.
Well, you got to take in the content.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
take- so I listen to all my pods on 1.2. Which you can go 1.2. You can't go double speed, but about 1.2. But all 5 shows of Andy and Gazy next week you have to listen to.
If that's the sign. If we don't cover the line, I've got to listen to Gazy and
Murray.
Murray.
If we win by more than 23 points, you have to listen to the week on 0.75.
Slow.
Really take it in.
I'll save up every episode, and when I run the marathon, I will listen to that the whole marathon.
Oh, that's fun. I like that. Well done, mate.
Jamara.
Good. So legs from you guys, please.
Yeah, do you have any that you like?
Nah, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, honestly,
Are you excited?
I am so excited, and I'm obviously not going, but I'm actually really excited to watch it on TV too.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually, we were there last year. It was awesome, but yeah, I'm very excited, and I think we cover the line. I'm really confident in the line, but again,
Hopefully it's competitive.
But I'm really big on the Swans. I do think the Swans are going to be there prelim weekend. So that
I've had this on the wall for over 12 months. Jev, if you can bring that. So it's. I said it's going to be the best leg of 2026. How I dropped it, and it goes like this: take me by the tongue and I'll own you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you want the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. So Jagger Smith for 30 plus.
is that what I said all along?
Yep. We got told before he did his ACL.
No, before he got drafted.
Yeah. No, it was before he was drafted. No,
As he got drafted before the season started last
so
year.
we know a recruiter, and I said, who are we getting? Because I thought we were going to get Sid Draper. I had no idea about Jagger. I'm like, who are we getting? He's like, I'll give you a tip. He'll have 30 in one of his first 2 games.
Okay.
And we're like, all right, did his ACL. But anyway, another 12 months down the track, here we are. So his line to start off with, if we are having a single bet, it's 22.5. So for $1.80, so if you like that, take that.
I do like
That's high.
Yeah, no, I take it.
But for 30 is $6.50. So we're going to take it this week.
Absolutely.
And we got to take it next week.
Pull and watch.
Yeah.
I reckon midfielders absolutely cooked the Tigers last year. 8 against the Richmond last year. Richmond don't tag because when they win the premiership one day, they play the Richmond way. So they don't tag now because they're not going to tag later. Maybe it's my Swans biasness. We nearly want Jagger to have 16 this week. And play all right.
Pump it up.
James Jordan might go to him. But next week, so just looking at it now, have you got it up, Dust? Jagger's touches? 30 is 525, 31 is 650, 32 is 8, 34 is 14, 36 is 21-1. If he has the half quiet week this week,
Then we bet.
Remember Harry Shee's had 35 in his debut, didn't he? Was it 35?
Yes, high 30s.
He had 33 maybe.
Yeah.
I can see Jagger getting that in the MCG against the
Because we all
Tigers
thought he was going to
next
play
week.
forward. We hammered him for a goal and he went to the midfield and half back line.
Byron Hammer.
And this is a very good friend of ours that gave us
Yes,
this.
it's a good tip. So
And he's just like...
I actually reckon James Jordan's going to give him some attention.
Good.
And he might run around for a quarter and a half and then it's like, all right,
I hope he
the
gets
only reason
respected.
they win is because he's out there.
It's going to be so fun to watch. There's so many Swans, obviously. Like, we got Hayward, we got Jagger there, Charlie. Everyone's just going to be the buzz around. We were there last year, Hawks and Swans. And coming into the ground, it was great, but it's going to be even funner. One more I've got. The best number 19 at the Blues since the second round of Eddie Betts.
Okay.
Will Hayward. So he's getting more of a senior role in this side. He's obviously,
earned it.
he was way more of a role player at the Swans. He's way more a lead singer at the Blues. So this is the fun. I've spun this stat. So he's kicked 20 goals in each of his last 10 away games. The SCG is now an away game. So
very true.
So he's averaging 2 goals a game in his last 10 away games.
White short specialist.
This is now the white shorts. So I love him for a goal at $1.44. He'll kick 2 or 3 for us every week. So
He's super competitive and super reliable. Like, we'll put time into Will Hayward and because he will try. I would look at Ollie Florent disposals. I reckon the Swans will let him run around and do what he wants because he can't kick. He cannot kick, and they know it.
how much can we get on him for 20 bad ones?
20 touches, $2.20.
Kicks a kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, kick. Doesn't matter if they're bad. He will get the ball, Ollie Florent.
I love
The
that.
Swans will not... Like, if he's half back with Jagger Smith, James Jordan will go to Jack Smith and just let Ollie Florent run around.
Can we get another coach's cobbler?
Yeah.
For players that will never say yes to on-air wildcard weekend, like wildcard week, Ollie Florent,
I reckon we might be able to get
Mitch
him.
McGovern. They will never say yes. So I'm going to get another coach's cobbler.
Yeah. And players on the watch. Another one here, thanks to Statmate, of course. I do have one little plug for Statmate after this, but it's so good, the app. It shows you just different stats that you might not know of. So Sam Walsh has kicked a goal in 5 out of his last 6 games at the SCG.
Love it.
He just signed a big contract, $3.50.
Great bet.
Kick
Like-
one out of the midfield in the Packy match.
$3.50 for your midfielders. You want your midfielders to be kicking what? 16 plus goals at least every year. So $3.50. If you like your players, get on them. And also, I do have to give them a quick plug, more or less Morgs. It's free to sign up. There's 5 player props on selected games. You select more or less, your chance to win $2,000.
It's my favourite
Download the
app.
app. It is free. All this information we get is free from Statmate.
My favourite app.
Saves us 10 hours. That and the hub.
You're going to have to listen to this on 3.6.
No, so the way. So let's talk about Pullum just quickly. I've thought about this a lot.
Yes.
So I think you
I'm
have
going
to
to think about it when I get home.
You're going to pull them later.
Chris
I
Judd highlights.
think you have to have basically three $3 legs.
Okay.
But you sort of want midfielders to kick goals or midfielders to kick 2 goals. So I'm looking right here. This is a midfielders. I've got Charlie Curnow to kick 5 at $5. I've got Sam Walsh to kick 1 at $3.20. I've got Isaac Heaney to kick 3 at $5.75, right?
Okay.
If it gets to halftime and Charlie's kicked 3, Heaney's kicked 2 of his 3, and Walsh is already a green tick, you don't need to pull him. If it gets to halftime and Heaney hasn't kicked one yet, Walsh has kicked his goal, and we leave Charlie in, you just pull Heaney, and you're still getting a 10-1 multi because they're all over 3-1.
Yes.
3 times 3 times 3, you get 9-1 for 2 legs, 27-1 for 3 legs.
Well done.
So I just think,
you cracked it.
you basically stack 3 legs that pay $3 or more.
Yes.
And it's like, if you like Sam Walsh for 1, then you like it for 2. Because usually when you like someone to kick 1, you like them to kick 1 in the first half. Take it for 2.
Definitely.
I think the best, that and
We're going to end this thing.
those mid forwards that pay a bomb for a few goals. Cam Rayner, we're going to have one this weekend.
Legit. Cam Rayner, Sam Darcy, and then someone for touches well over. Maybe Will Ashcroft for 32.
We need to have an on-air
track,
bet.
and if he's not, you pull him.
An on-air bet this week. Bailey for 15 and 2, Chad for 20 and 1. That's just
Great call. It's a great call. We should get that on the hub.
Yeah, we will.
Pull them as well. You're available for all 4 games or all 5 games this week. So it's not going to be every game during the weekend, but it is this week, which is exciting. Pull me once, shame on me.
Pull me twice, do it again. How much do I owe you?
This
That's
is worse
been a
than
long pod.
Gazy and Mari.
That's been a long pod. We were a bit
Good to be
rusty, but it is good to be back. Let's get out
By
of
the
here.
way, the new studio.
It's a success. It's only going to go up
Props,
from
Nas,
here. Nas.
Jagger,
Songs will only get better.
Darcy.
Yeah, I tried.
Poplar.
Oh, I've got a good song. Might save for this weekend.
Oh, I'll get out of here.
All right. We'll be right back. Blues to cover and Jev to listen to Andy Marr next week.
No, you got to beat us by 23.5 for me to listen.
No, we got to cover.
If you cover. No, if you cover, it's nothing. If the Swans cover, you guys listen. If you win outright, I run the marathon. No,
I thought it was whoever doesn't cover the line though has to listen to the pod.
Morg said if the Blues win by over 23.5, I listen to the pod running the marathon. You guys have to win by over 23.5.
No, well, I thought either way, one of us is going to listen to the pod because it's whoever doesn't cover the line. Because you're Blues by 3.
Swans by like 48. Like belt to ass.
First
Belt to fucking ass.
Chili, baby back ribs.
What are you prepared to lose today? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.